Ladies and gentlemen, Fortnite Chapter 2. What does it mean? We are going to find out in just a mere few hours. Well, I mean, I guess at this point, technically speaking, it's about 48 hours away or so. But regardless, the point being is that indeed, Fortnite apparently will now be titled Fortnite Chapter 2. Now, how do we know this? Well, the fact is that, of course, Season 10 is just about to wrap up, and just like every other season before it, there's an event that is going to take place that kind of is the conclusion of the season, and then it gets the fresh start of the new season from that update point. So exactly like we've seen with, let's say, Season 9 or Season 8 before that, where something happens, then the map changes massively, you have the introduction of the new battle pass, whether it be new challenges, new characters, new skins, so on and so forth, and oftentimes, of course, new gameplay mechanics. Well, now this is going to be quite interesting because finally it looks like the rumors that we've been getting for like what feels like the last 4 seasons, I swear, everybody was saying there's a new map coming, this is going to be a brand new map, and I was like, I really don't think they're going to scrap the whole map. I just did not see that happening. I thought that they would continue to adjust the different elements of the map, and because honestly there was really no evidence that supported that theory. There's definitely always leaks about, let's say, different parts of the map changing, which of course has taken place, but there was never any evidence that suggested that the whole map entirely is going to get scrapped. Well, it seems like that is exactly what will be happening with this next update. Now, how do we know this? Well, it was over on the Italian iOS App Store. The leak was able to be seen where there's a preview image of Fortnite. But interestingly enough, you do see 3 different skins, and they're looking at what looks like a completely new terrain and a completely brand new map. Now, again, of course, you could make the argument, well, what if that's just a section of the existing map? Sure, I guess in theory that would be correct, but I think the thing that makes me more kind of open to the possibility that this really is a brand new map is actually the subtitle that is written in the actual preview image. So we see the title of Fortnite, but then it says below it Capitulo 2, which translates into Chapter 2, which I think is really, really smart for Fortnite to do. The reason why I would make that case is because let's fast forward 2 years from now. Would Fortnite be on season like 30? Or season 35, I think that would be insane. So instead, it is kind of smart for them to maybe say, hey, we're going to have 10 seasons for each chapter. So you get the 10 seasons for chapter number 1. Then now we get Fortnite chapter number 2, which almost feels like Fortnite 2, kind of like a sequel game, which I think is very smart because it also will potentially get new players into the title. And then you go with, this is season 1 of Fortnite Chapter 2. It'll still be rewarding to have played Fortnite in Chapter 1 because you have all those exclusive skins, emotes, and the other experiences that you've had with that map. And now going into Fortnite Chapter 2, it will feel fresh for new players to not feel as overwhelmed because it's almost like everybody starts on a fresh new page in terms of you don't know the specific hideouts in the map. You don't know the specific areas in the map that will be particularly busy. It's kind of like everyone just starts fresh with this brand new map. Now, of course, a lot of your skill set will still translate, and of course, obviously, a lot of the elements that they've talked about, like implementation of bots and the skill-based matchmaking, will still have an impact on the game and obviously allow it to play still pretty much relatively the same as it did before. So it's not like you're making too much of a giant leap forward where all the older and legacy players will now feel like, okay, well, I'm alienated from this game and I'm not interested in playing it anymore. So I think that this seems like it's a really, really smart way to go forward. I think that it has the potential to bring back a lot of players who will potentially check out the game now that, of course, you have this new Chapter 2 theme. And from a business standpoint, I think it's very smart for them to basically introduce a sequel to Fortnite without making it seem like Fortnite 2, because you would almost be like, well, how are you going to do that? Like, wouldn't you want to take a break between Fortnite 1 and 2 and then finally introduce 2? So I think it's kind of smart for them to, first of all, the fact that they've slowed down on the updates between now and, well, I guess the last few weeks of Season 10, there's not been as many updates. Like, the last big thing that they released was the Batman update, which was cool. But now it's almost like they've kind of like cooled down with that, with the amount of updates that you get and everything. And now you have this a little bit of a break, and then boom shakalaka, you get yourself Fortnite chapter number 2. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree, disagree? Do you think that it will be called Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 1? I honestly think that's the way they're going. I think it would make sense to go on ahead and actually see the specifics of where you will see 10 seasons per chapter, and then that means that once we reach season 10 in chapter 2, we will then get Fortnite chapter 3, of course assuming if the game is actually alive at that point. But regardless, I definitely would love to hear what you guys are thinking down in the comment section below. I will be streaming the event, which will be taking place, by the way, on October 13th at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. So, of course, if you're interested in checking that out along with me, make sure to tune into the live stream for that. And then, in addition to that, ladies and gentlemen, if you're buying the Battle Pass for Season 2, or sorry, Season 2, now I'm calling it Season 2, for Chapter 2 of Fortnite, please use supporter creator code THEBLITZWINGERZZ. Thank you guys so very much for watching today's video. Have an absolutely fantastic day, guys, and I do indeed hope to catch you guys here on the next one. Peace out. I'll see you later, alligators. Bye-bye, everyone.